What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Appreciate you guys for tuning in, providing me that love and support. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share with your people. And today, we're going to go ahead and dive into the topic of remembering our homegirl, Gladys West, a pioneering African-American mathematician, a high intellectual, and her mathematical work becoming the cornerstone of the GPS system that we typically use today. Rest in peace to a highly intellectual woman, of course. So she was born in rural Dinwiddie County, Virginia, into a family of sharecroppers. Typically during the time of where she was living, life was physically demanding and educational opportunities for Black children were very, very limited. But West later knew early on that education was really the only pathway away from farm labor. So she relentlessly worked hard and graduated at the top of her high school class and was able to earn a scholarship to Virginia State College, which is typically now called Virginia State University. Majoring in mathematics, a very rare phenomenon for Black women, especially during in the 1950s. She later earned a master's degree in mathematics. Her academic excellence led to groundbreaking opportunities in 1956, where she was hired to work at the U.S. Naval Proving Ground at Del Gren, Virginia. And this was, at that time, that facility was one of the most advanced military research centers in the country. So she was often the only Black woman working there, and sometimes even the only woman working there at all as a mathematician. And, during that period of time, she obviously faced a lot of racial and gender isolation, but a lot of her precision and discipline quickly earned respect from her peers. She worked on some of the earliest high-speed computers, programming and troubleshooting complex calculations when computing itself was still experimental. Obviously, her primary focus was a satellite odyssey, the mathematical modeling of Earth's exact shape. The Earth is not a perfect sphere, and accurately representing its irregular shape is essential for satellite navigation. So West was able to help develop extremely precise geodetic models accounting for gravitational forces, orbital mechanics, and surface irregularities. A lot of these models allowed satellites to accurately determine positions on Earth, and typically West's mathematical backbone later became the global positioning system technology that we use today. And without this level of precision, GPS coordinates would drift and making navigation very unreliable. West's contributions remain largely hidden in classified reports and technical documents, so she spent over 4 decades at Dahlgren, gradually rising to leadership roles. She mentored younger scientists and co-authored key research papers. And like I said, usually during these periods of time, like a lot of African-American inventors and pioneers and intellectuals rarely received any public recognition. So by the time she retired in 1998, she pursued a PhD in public administration, demonstrating her lifelong commitment to learning. It wasn't until 2018, decades after the GPS became a global necessity, that she formally honored when she was inducted into the U.S. Air Force Space and Missile Pioneers Hall of Fame. Her story challenges the idea that innovation always comes from the celebrated figures, and her legacy proves that some of the most important technologies in modern life were built quietly by people who were never meant to be seen and whose work now guides the entire world. In 1956, she also started working at the U.S. Weapons Laboratory, where she helped program the Naval Ordnance Research Calculator. In 1978, she was promoted as a project manager of CSAT, a satellite that collects data on Earth's oceans, and worked on GeoSat, a satellite that measures sea surface heights, and used GeoSat to create computer models of Earth's surface. And her team accurately modeled the shape of Earth's oceans under the influence of gravity. This model was called Geoid, which was one of the foundations of the GPS systems. If you also didn't know, she also became famous with the book Hidden Figures. If you've never seen the movie, that was actually a pretty dope movie. She was also a sister of the Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, of the Divine Nine, the historical African American fraternity and sororities, respect to them. Let's go ahead and give it up to Gladys West, who just died today at 95 years old. She had 3 children, and her spouse was Ira West. We want to go ahead and let you know that we appreciate you for the contributions that you've provided to modern day America and paving the way for other African American women who want to follow in the same footsteps as you to become intellectuals in their own individual endeavors and in higher pursuit for education. Rest in peace, Gladys West. You will always be remembered. History will never forget you.